Hello Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Welcome to this special tarot reading. So in this particular video, we are looking at ancestral guidance. What do your ancestors and those loved ones of the past have to share with you right now? And this is a timeless video. However, I did feel inspired to do this because I'm filming this in October here. So right around Halloween, or the original name, as you may not know it, but the original name is Samhain. So Samhain/Halloween, when we honor our ancestors and the whole death and rebirth process. So, before we get into your psychic messages here with the tarot, I'm going to just go over a brief amount of ancient history, how Samhain and Halloween came to be, and some of the extra depth and mystery behind it. If you don't want to hear this, you can skip ahead, my lovely air signs, to the reading. So I'm going to go ahead and read you just a little excerpt from this blog. I feel like this kind of sums things up well. It all began with the ancient Celts. They considered All Hallows Eve to be the last day of the year, before November 1st, when the fairies, ghosts, and goblins came down the hills. It was their custom to leave treats outside their doors, so that these supernatural beings could be pleased and would not harm them. The custom traveled down to us in different ways, and it is now referred to as Halloween instead of Hallows Eve or Samhain. It's clear that the veil that separates us from the spirit world is especially thin during this month, and the ancients felt it. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the tarot. So, a couple of practical and I suppose scientific ways you can look at how and why exactly the veils between the physical and spiritual world are thin around this time is because we're moving from spring and summer, the seasons of life, when everything is in full bloom. We're moving into fall and winter here. Fall and winter, which are about death and, of course, at the end, rebirth. So it's that transitionary period, and considered a doorway period, when spirits can come through a lot more easily, and psychics and intuitives can feel and communicate clearer. And you can also think of it too as the nights become longer, the days become shorter. It's just more of that time of darkening and more about the moon sort of spirit and less about the sun. So I hope that makes sense. Feel free to take a couple deep breaths here. Okay, I feel like that's where those stop. Okay, so for the base of your reading here, we're using the Druidcraft Tarot deck. I'm going to get you an influence card with the traditional Rider-Waite. So something else you can look at with your astrological wheel to find a little more in-depth information about your ancestry and family line and subjects surrounding death and rebirth is the 8th house and 4th house. What planets are there, what signs those houses are in. And if you don't know that stuff, consult with a astrologer, psychic, tarot counselor, you name it. Okay, there's that for that. Now this, if you want, you can treat this as a pick 3 reading, or you can treat this as one full reading. However you feel called, whatever your instinct, intuition is telling you here. Just kind of going with the flow myself. Okay. Pile 1. We have 4 of Pentacles. Couple of things here. I feel like the ancestral guidance is pushing you to find something that was lost, something specifically, perhaps it was locked up for safekeeping for some reason. And this could be symbolic. It doesn't have to be a physical item. It could be something locked within your own DNA. Okay? Your ancestral guides, I feel like, are wanting you to unlock something within yourself. Or simply just, I'm hearing the words actually for some of you too, feeling with this, that this could be consulting your old journal, your old diary. And that's somehow going to speak to you. Something in there that your ancestors are trying to bring out at this time. So if you have that tucked away and shoved away, bring that out. Read through it. Ask your guides to guide you to a certain page. You know, this could even apply to like a family heirloom, such as a book. Very interesting stuff coming through with that. Let's take a look at the influence here. All right, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, there are many messages that are coming through with this discovery, and whenever you decide to unlock this mystery within yourself or this potential, something here I'm hearing it has to do with potential. Unlocking a potential within yourself, or looking through that journal, or whatever it is, things download fast. Things fall into place, things click, ideas click quickly, and things start moving quickly. That's what I'm hearing here. Be prepared to get hit with a lot of information here. Something someone has saved back. Something to discover there. So next up we have Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. I feel like first message I'm getting here, there could have been someone who was a little cold to you in the past. Perhaps someone who's just down the ancestral line, down the family line, who's rather cold and just even bitter. They're very rational, they're very practical. Could be another air sign. And there's something here about being more rational, a message of being more rational and communicating with, what's the word? How can I put this? Communicating with vigor. Communicating with vigor and communicating decisively. Your ancestors are wanting to bring that up for you right now. Let's take a look at your influence. Wow, then we have the 4 of Pentacles, which showed up in that first pile. All right, so this could also be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus showing up, whether it be past or present person here. Okay? There's a theme here of wanting to unlock potential. And something about holding on to resources and money here. Perhaps being a bit more decisive, being a bit more guarded even in some way with your money, with finances. Or some information and guidance surrounding that area of your life that you could use right now. Some guidance for some of you in how to save better. So interesting. Be interested to know in the comments below how some of this resonates so far. In pile 3, next up, we have the Strength card. So, Strength here. We have a little bit of Leo energy showing up, first of all. So there's that. But also, there's something here about your ancestors guiding you to being a bit more risk-taking, I'm feeling. More risk-taking, like rustling up the courage to just lay it out there. Just put it out there. Something I'm feeling here about overcoming judgment. Your ancestors are wanting to push you towards overcoming fear of judgment and fear of discrimination against your work, against you personally, whatever. And something here to, I feel like, embracing your strength and all of its full potential. Let's take a look at the Influencer card. The Lovers. Ooh, okay. Message of loving yourself. You know, where the love is, the strength is. And vice versa, where love follows, so will strength. Where strength follows, so will love. That's what I'm feeling with this. Interesting. However, there is a strong Gemini influence here. I would say Gemini and Leo influence. So look out for that. Look out for the signs. Look out for that person even. Because there's something key there that they have to share with you in regards to what we just talked about. Now, it also could have been a soulmate down your ancestral line. You know, soulmates aren't always romantic partners. There could be a soulmate wanting to communicate and come back in some way and relay a message, you know, through someone else. I'm getting that here for you too. So that's all that's coming through here, my lovely air signs. If you do want to do a personal one-on-one reading with me, get more in depth about something specific for you, visit me on my Etsy shop. The link is below in the descriptions box, as well as my email, so if you have any questions beforehand. And ta-da! I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Ta-ta.